Hi everybody, my name is Tom and welcome to a New Improves, quite possibly the most optimistically named series on YouTube. Today we will be playing Titanfall, and in the last episode we identified that I tend to get killed a lot when I stand still. So in this episode is Don't Stop Moving. Essentially when I'm the pilot I'm not allowed to stand still, and I'm hoping that works out well for me. So, fast things fast, I just murdered a ton of innocent grunts with a grenade, and I line up an easy kill. And then I get hit from somewhere that I don't see, and dead. I kind of stopped moving them. I'm not doing so well now, am I? But we're back into it, so let's keep moving. And again, I seem to be having problems this match with kind of basic obstacles. I don't know if the pilot they gave me was particularly derpy or whether it was just my controls just didn't want to work, but I struggled with that a couple of times. And that's just... I think I stopped moving there as well. I really need to get better at this. As I did in the last episode, I recorded 10 games, and these are the last 3 that we're watching. And at the moment, I seem to be doing fairly well, just moving from kill to kill, getting everything done quickly, and just moving straight along. That is, of course, if I can actually find anyone to kill. That is something which I struggled with the last time I played, and I'm not sure if it's something that I find a problem or something that everyone finds a problem, but some maps are just slightly too big that you sometimes can't find anyone if there's a lot of people fighting in one small area and you get spawned far away. But we've just dropped in our fast Titan, and hopefully we'll do some damage. This isn't exactly the best thing I can be doing, but I did run into some pilots, although I forgot that the turret was still firing at me and I didn't notice that there was a pilot rodeoing me. So here, there was no way I was going to survive that. There was the turret, there was 2 or 3 pilots, and I think there was a Titan as well. So that was just... I needed to get out of there, really. And now I'm pretty much just running straight back into the exact same area. And that was just kind of unlucky. I wasn't quick enough at setting up the kill, and so I didn't get enough hits. I could have also been moving a lot more there to make myself a harder target, and that would have stopped him hitting me. And that, I don't know how I died there. He was just so far away and I couldn't see him at all until I actually died. Okay, so what's going on now? We are losing slightly. And see, this is a problem I still struggle with. I try and take on the Titans hand-to-hand combat. I should really learn to just get far away, line up a good shot, and keep on moving, instead of running straight towards them and having them crush me or shoot me or whatever. And there's 2 Titans, it looks like, soon to be 1. Yeah, there's lots of Titans over there. I don't have any support from teammates because I'm far too far away, and it's just probably another problem I should be looking at. I didn't notice that before. There was actually someone cloaked there, which is how I died. I wondered why I didn't see them in the map before. So, yeah, that could have been very easily fixed with a lot more observation. And now I'm struggling to run towards my Titan. It placed it in a really bad spot there. And yeah, that's just rude. It just walked off without me. Not a care in the world. Yeah, come here.
AI offline. Pilot mode engaged.
Okay, and they are pulling quite far ahead of me. And here I think I should apply the don't stop moving rule to my Titan as well. But luckily I'm outside of the range of that turret. And so now I just need to get back into the battle. It may have been worth at this point getting out of the Titan and taking that turret, but there was I saw some Titans and some pilots on the map that I wanted to take care of.
Damage. Seek cover.
And again, I haven't noticed that there's a pilot on top of me. Ah, there we go. Trying to take care of it now. But yeah, they did exactly what I always do, and they got off as soon as the electric smoke was out of the way, and then they jumped straight back on. Yeah, I lost my Titan because of that, and they got away scot-free. I should possibly think about switching out my primary weapon for the auto pistol. That was... See, that wouldn't have happened if I kept on moving. I should take my own advice and possibly not throw grenades at myself, but there you go. And I spawned straight into a firefight. I've got to find a vantage position, and again, struggling for the scenery. There may have possibly been a slight amount of lag here, which may have been making that a bit more difficult. I'm also very attached to the gun. I should use the melee attacks a bit more often so I don't show up on the mini-maps as well. Yeah. This battle is not exactly the best. I spend a lot of time running around and looking for people to kill, and then when I do find someone, they get the jump on me. Or I do something stupid. Like, right here I've got no idea what to do. I know they're waiting for me, I just don't know where they are. And so I wait around blindly for a while. And then I just run straight towards the Titan. Luckily I do then notice when I'm not going to catch up with it and get out of there. And then I just open myself up for an easy kill. The Titan was still there, it didn't go anywhere. I should have known that. And I grabbed my Titan just in time for the epilogue. And now we've just got to take care of everyone. It's unlucky for us that they've taken the turret. I think they've taken the turret. And again, at the third time this match, I haven't noticed that there's a pilot in front of me. But yes, they've got the turret right next to our dropship, which is unfortunate. I do, however, manage to get into the dropship, and we get away scot-free. So that could have gone worse. I think my Titan exploding distracted people, and that's 1 pilot kill, 1 Titan kill, and 10 deaths. That is absolutely god-awful. I hope I do better in the next round, which we'll be getting into straight away. I've only got one barn card there because I didn't physically do enough in the last round to actually earn any extra barn cards, and I've gone through my entire stash. So I'm hoping that we can get some more in this round. At the moment I'm just struggling with walls. Most of the time the Titanfall context sensitivity is really great. It knows what you want to do, but occasionally, as you saw just then, there was a slanted edge that I wanted to grab hold of and it just didn't even try. So, trying to get a few easy kills at the beginning of the match, and I knew he was going to be waiting for me, so I did use up both my grenades then. And the way that you replenish grenades and ammo in this game is by getting into a Titan, which isn't very likely at the early game. But 2 grenades for a kill isn't a bad trade-off in my opinion, especially since it ensures that you get your Titan quicker. So I got a couple of assists there. Now, as I was doing that, I was thinking I shouldn't stay here too long, otherwise someone will clock my position and snipe me, and that's exactly what happened. So that's kind of... I should probably be more aware of things like that and take notice of when I start thinking there's danger to being in a particular situation. But anyway, we're back in, and again just cruising around looking for kills. There's a lot of people around this area at the moment. It's kind of a convergence, and that's just a lack of awareness for me. I was in my scope, I didn't think about anyone else coming towards me, and so I didn't even get the kill I was after because of it. So now I'm trying to stick to the outskirts really, and just look to pick people off from the sidelines, and hopefully I'll find someone. Yeah, I've just realised that I'm completely ignoring my don't stop moving rule. I was kind of lucky that I was a bit further out from the fighting and no one came to get an easy kill on me that time. But we've got our first Titanfall of the match, so let's just go and call some good old-fashioned destruction. There's just so many people at the moment attacking, but we managed to take down a Titan, and hopefully we'll get some more kills. See, this, I'm not too worried about this. The other Titans were a bit further out, and I did notice the pilot that time and managed to kill them with the electric smoke. See, the damage core I find really very useful, because when you activate it, you manage to do so much more damage than you would do before, which means that you kind of surprise your enemies. Essentially, you have a huge advantage in a one-on-one fight. I didn't see a hole in the floor there, but luckily it's only an auto Titan, so it didn't particularly matter. And that's just... I should have switched out to my main weapon as soon as the Titan was down. Like, there's no reason why I should be walking around with my anti-Titan weapon unless I'm taking on a Titan. And here, I run towards a Titan again. That's the first time I've done it in that match, but it is unlucky. And there, I managed to escape it once, and then I go straight back in. I need to start remembering, I think, that the Titans are just really powerful compared to the pilots, and you shouldn't really be hanging around near them. But luckily, that Titan was distracted, so I managed to get a couple of hits on it and get out. But then I dropped my Titan outside of the battle, which I realised as soon as I did this that I would have been better to use the pilot to get into a better position and drop the Titan into the battle. Mainly because the pilot, when it's wall running, can move a lot quicker than the Titan does. And so I'm just going around the outskirts again, looking for kills over here, seeing if there's anyone spawned or any Titans walking around picking up grunts and so on. And there is indeed a couple of people over here, so I'll help out in this fight. And I don't think I've seen at the moment that there's a pilot attacking me. No. It's something I tried to be aware of. I did notice a lot more often this time round than I did last time round, but there's still some times when I'm under attack by a Titan that I don't focus on it. Which is why it's so effective to Rojo when the Titan is engaged. Okay, I just got shot by a pilot who was ejecting from his Titan. Confused me for a few seconds, and now there's 2 pilots and a Titan, and so I decide that I'm going to stand still and help out there, which wasn't a particularly smart thing for me to do, but hey, at least I got a Titan assist, right? So, back into the battle. I don't know how I survived that, it's just luck of the draw basically. I hit the buttons quicker than anyone else. And at the moment, I should have noticed there that there was a Titan that had just dropped in, because it's just really not the best situation to be against a pilot and another Titan. See, it's these little observation things which are really causing most of my deaths at the moment. And a lot of the scenery, or a lot of the buildings here, seem like they're designed for someone who jumps slightly higher than the average pilot. And maybe it's just that I'm jumping too soon. Like if I double jumped at the top of my arc instead of a bit sooner, then I'd be able to do this. But yeah, it's something to think about anyway. Now is a good time to get out of that fight. There's too many people. I did at least realise that someone was radioing me, and at the moment I figured my Titan's doomed, so I may as well try and get a nuclear eject kill, which I did. Sometimes it's worth just wasting the last little bit of health on your Titan to get a few extra kills, especially in the epilogue where it's not going to matter a whole lot. Although having a Titan available in the epilogue is very handy, because it means that you can destroy the ships a lot easier. like here, the pilots are really doing very little damage to them. I think the Titan, with the rockets I've got, it will take away almost all of its shield in one barrage of that. And then you've also got the autocannon. So 7 pilot kills, 6 Titan kills, and 7 deaths. That's a lot better than last time. Like, if you ignore the pilot kills and say they got cancelled out by the deaths, then I still helped my team a huge amount by taking Titans off the field and getting attrition points for that. And this is match 3, the last match we've got today, and this is a map I don't know terribly well, so we'll see how I handle this. The barn card I've got at the moment will ping the map every 10 seconds and show up all nearby pilots and Titans and anything else that happens to be wandering around. So it's really handy if you get into the habit of looking at it. Luckily it comes along with a nice little beep to tell you. And it also helps you see round corners. And yeah, that I wasn't quick enough, to be honest. I possibly should have kept moving, or I should have been a bit more careful. But I wasted my fast barn card pretty much. The grunts and the spectres, they are constantly confusing me because the AI is good enough that it fools me into thinking that maybe they're not human. They're not AI. They're actually a human player. So I'll occasionally waste time focusing on a grunt when I should just leave it, simply because I think it's a human. This is a bad situation to get in. 2 pilots and I'm reloading. And I lost my life for it. The barn card I've got at the moment is like the fast one I had. It shows you the enemies on the map, but it's on constantly. So essentially it doesn't ping it, it's just everyone's there all the time. And if they go red, it means they're currently firing. They're the ones that would be visible even without this hack or this barn card. There is 2 enemy Titans there now. I should be getting out. Like, if I'm really lucky, I could take on 2 Titans, but I shouldn't be relying on luck. I should be focusing on what I can do consistently. It looks like one of them's walked off anyway, and so I'm just going to try and take a few pot shots at them. There's very little chance I could actually get out now. And I managed to get my Titanfall in, so that'll help me out a huge deal. I think it may have even been damaged when my Titan fell, because it's at very low life now. And I even managed to notice the pilot on there, although it wasn't enough to save my Titan. But anyway, I managed to take another Titan out at the same time, which is kind of annoying that I had to lose my Titan to do that, but not the end of the world. I'm trying to chase up that pilot. They just disappear completely from the map. I don't know where they went off to. But eventually I work out I'm not going to find them, and I just I carry on back into the main section of the battle. There's you probably can't see it, there's a pilot there radioing one of my allies. Yeah, I did a bit of damage on them. I got an assist on it, but I could barely see them myself, so it was difficult for me to actually aim at them specifically. Perhaps a arc grenade would have sorted them out quicker. And now I'm just looking for a pilot. I handle this really, really badly. I just don't know where they are half the time. I'm not firing at them. And they cloak there. I can see them through the cloak, but I still don't manage to get a kill on them, and I just die while reloading. One skill I haven't mastered yet is to switch out to my my pistol, or my sidearm I should say, when I run out of bullets in my main weapon, because the reloading takes long enough that essentially you're going to get killed by reloading if you have to reload in the middle of a firefight. If you switch to your sidearm, then you can do a lot more damage in that time, simply because you're firing constantly instead of reloading. So maybe that's something I'll work on for the next episode. Yeah, I got into a fight there that I couldn't finish off. I should have probably stayed a bit farther back. But that's another case of poor map awareness. I was standing still and I didn't notice someone come up beside me. So I'm I have learnt to keep moving partly, but it's still not 100%. But it's something I can keep working on while I'm doing other things. So here I see on my map that there's a pilot. What I don't realise is there's two of them, which didn't end well for me, as you can see. So now we're being beaten fairly badly, about 20 points between us and the other team. It's not impossible, but we do have to sort of really focus on getting every single point that we can. And I don't know why I ran out like that. I could have stayed in that cave, had the Titan, the ally Titan, blocking me from view and still got a couple of hits on. But instead I ran out into a firefight and made myself an easy target.
Transferring control to pilot.
So, back into a Titan. And one thing that you can do, if you see a pod of enemy grunts and spectres drop, you can just run through them as a Titan. And you can pretty much kill a whole lot. It's about 5 or 10 points towards your team. And it's just a really quick, easy way of gaining attrition points. And there's a pilot. No, that's a Spectre. See, I've watched this back, and I still forgot that was a Spectre just because of the way it dropped down and the way it actually bent its knees as it fell to the ground. You don't normally see that in that kind of thing in AI, especially not since they're robotic AI, the Spectres. So I'm not moving enough here. If I was moving, I would have avoided that barrage of bullets. And I activated my damage core there simply because I knew I wasn't going to last much longer. And right now, until that Titan is down, I can't really focus on the pilot. So what I'm going to do is instead wait for my electric smoke to recharge. I still didn't get the kill, but I managed to get myself enough breathing room for my shield to recharge, so even though I'm in a bad position here, I'm in a better position than I would have been. Until that happens, of course. So now I've got to try and run away. don't quite make it. There wasn't too much I could have done about that. I maybe could have got a couple of 100 meters away, but I think that with 2 of those in that open area, they were going to kill me anyway. So now the score is really quite close. It's just 7 points between us, which means that we have managed to pull it back. Let's just hope I don't do anything stupid and lose us our lead. And there I did actually switch to my sidearm, but it was a little while before I actually switched back. And this is just terrible. I took so long to kill that Spectre through my scope, and it's not as if the Spectres move all that much, so basically it's just an indication that I need to work on my aiming, I think. I've got no idea how to work on my aiming. I don't know what happened there. We was only a few points behind, and then suddenly we're 15 points behind. But I guess that's only a couple of pilot kills and some minion kills. So let's just hope that we can do a bit of damage before our evac ship gets here. Apparently not. There was 2 Titans camping out there. Wasn't a huge amount I could have done then. But anyway, this is almost the end of the 3rd match. As you can see, I think I have improved a bit. I think that there was a lot fewer times when I died simply because I was standing around making myself a target, and I think that's reflected in the overall scores. So that was 2 pilot kills, 3 Titan kills and 7 deaths. Another fairly terrible round there. And the KD here shows that my lifetime average is 1.1, which, not my lifetime average, sorry, my last 10 games average, which is actually up slightly from the previous 10 I played in the last episode. So I do think that what I was doing has worked, and I think next time I will focus on my positioning, making sure that I don't go rushing in, that I've got support, or that I can definitely win a fight before I commit, and that I don't find myself up against 2 Titans or in the middle of the enemy controlled area, and see if that makes me die a bit less. And that about wraps it up for today. Thank you very, very much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more Titanfall. I will have another episode up for you next Wednesday, and there will be an episode of Dota available on Saturday. So stay tuned for that, and until next time, don't feed the trolls.